What about you?
I'm currently single. I'm not looking to date at the moment. I'm single as of a few weeks. I came out of a pretty short relationship, but I jumped into that relationship after almost a 5-year relationship, so it was kind of doomed to begin with, and I wasn't really willing to see that going into it. I kind of just fell into it.
Wait, so your longest relationship was 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Once that ended, you immediately got into another relationship.
Yes.
Which ended a few weeks ago.
Correct, yeah.
How long did the most recent relationship last?
I believe 7 months.
7 months. How soon after the end of the 5-year relationship did you get into the new relationship?
Like 2 weeks. But I wasn't, okay, I know. I wasn't advocating and or looking for a relationship or even friends with benefits. I didn't sleep with him immediately.
Did you know him beforehand?
No.
How did you meet him?
Social media.
Like Instagram?
Yeah, Instagram.
Like you DM'd him or he DM'd you?
No, he reached out to me.
So you break up and then a week goes by and then he DMs you? Or had he DM'd you prior to the end of your relationship?
No, so on my social media, I don't, like, if I'm in a relationship, I wouldn't typically accept like male follower requests.
Okay.
So it wasn't until after I became single that I would be accepting new follower requests, and then after I accepted him, he had started messaging me from there.
Does it show when a follow request was made on Instagram?
When it was made, I don't think so, but
Do
you can
guys know that?
you can see when it's been accepted, like the chronological order.
Okay. So you break up. Who ended the 5-year relationship?
I did.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so how soon after was it? You said it was 2 weeks?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Like you first met 2 weeks from the breakup?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. It's
Messy,
pretty quick.
I know.
Pretty quick.
I know, I learned. Sometimes I have to learn the hard way.
Messy breakup?
It was so messy. We lived together. The 5-year breakup, we lived together. We had a lot. It was really messy.
Wait, were you still living together after the breakup?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you invite the new guy over to the house?
No. So my 5-year, he cheated on me, and I was very loyal to, I don't want to say loyal to a fault, because I'll never regret being loyal, because that's just my character, but I felt very betrayed. It wasn't one woman, it was multiple women. It was multiple women that were overweight, and there's nothing wrong with being overweight, but it was like a feeding fetish.
Chubby chaser?
It wasn't even just chubby chasing.
He was a feeder?
Yeah, so
How did you like do the Tai Chi? You like avoided the feeder?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I thought that going out to all you can eat sushi multiple times a week was normal. It's not. It's not normal. So I basically found out at our friend's wedding. And
he was cheating on you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I was sending myself pictures from his phone, and he was really drunk, and I had this, weird feeling, and I was like, I only have maybe 30 seconds to check where I want to look in his phone to see if there's even anything. And I did, and I found over 400 messages between him and multiple girls. And these weren't just messages like sending pictures or whatever. It was weigh yourself before you eat, weigh yourself after. I swear, it sounds...
Girl, you dodged a bullet.
No, I really did. And it was multiple women, and it was the same conversation basically of him making them eat enough, and he would tell them that they're not worthy to speak to him unless, they eat enough or eat more. And I'm like, I work out and I feel like I take care of myself, and these women are over 250 pounds, and he's telling them that they're not good enough. So that's the tea.
I just want to know where he found just this niche group of people that were okay with that also. You know what I mean? Is there a site for that?
Maybe
that they're into that, right? Saying oh, you're not good enough.
It's a fetish. It's like a total it's like a niche sexual fetish.
Wait, so was he trying to fatten you up?
I think so, because over COVID, the whole world shut down, right? Yeah. So I stopped working out. I played college volleyball at the time, and I stopped working out, and I gained a little bit of weight, as I'm sure everyone did over COVID.
Yeah. And
he would always tell me, I liked you most when you were this weight over COVID. And I never understood that. As a woman, you kind of have, your own set weight and how you feel comfortable and how you like to look in clothes. And I did not feel comfortable at that weight. And that was kind of a red flag, but I'm like, sure, guys like thicker, girls, whatever, like teach their own. But it didn't fully connect the dots until I saw those text messages. And I read every single one word for word out loud in front of him. Yeah.
At the
Damn.
wedding when he was drunk?
Uh-huh. It was messy.
At somebody's wedding?
No, well, listen, it was in the parking lot, to be fair.
Wait, so, okay. But did he ever send you those types of text messages to you? Or with you, it was like this repressed thing a little bit, but he was still trying to like, he would like feed you kind of discreetly.
Yeah, it was very discreet, and I thought it was sweet.
That's
like
crazy.
he would come home with food for me, and I was like, I just had a long shift at work, and I had such a long day. You're so sweet. He would never cook or clean. He would always buy me
Wait,
food.
so how did he react when like you said like, hey, I found all this stuff? Like,
That's crazy.
How did he react to that? Like, what did he say?
He cried and said he was so embarrassed, and how could I invade his how could I invade his privacy? And I'm like, sir, we live together and have lived together for years. What do you mean privacy? Other women sending pictures of yourself in our bed to other women, the bed that I make.
Right.
The bed that I clean,
Right.
the PS5 I bought you. How dare you? You know what I mean?
Relatable.
So it's crazy.
Has any girl here had bad experience with a dude?
Yes.
Where he's like, let me get you fat?
Oh, no.
No.
I had that with a girl one time.
I think we
I
need
think
to-
a girl tried to do that shit to me.
Tried to get you fat.
I
Tried to
think
get me fat so I'd be less appealing to other women.
y'all need
I'm actually
to,
starting to get a little chubbier. No, she'd like, I'd tell her like, yo, stop bringing over fucking cookies.
But
I
sometimes,
keep eating them.
Maybe I honestly feel like some girls do that, so it could be.
I think
a
that's also a
possibility.
term of endearment. It's like one of the love languages.
Is
I
to get
do
someone
that.
fat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like-
bring
Or just,
snacks.
Just like make
and
sure
little
like you're
things.
eating good,
Buddha.
taking care of you. Maybe, I don't know.
like that's how the Buddha originality started and everything.
Yeah, I don't know. Damn, that's crazy. So, wow.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so I immediately was.
So he was like cheating on you with a bunch of like obese women, is what you're saying?
100%.
Like morbid. Like how
Like-
did he have a like a sweet spot? Like was it obese, morbidly obese? Like,
These girls were
chunky.
because these
thick?
girls would send pictures too, and I
You saw the
understand.
pics?
Yeah, I saw the pictures, and they were unhealthy, and it wasn't just a few pounds here, a few pounds there. They were obese, and it made me sad for them. And I told them, we're done. There's no chance we're ever gonna make this work. But you need to apologize to these women because that's so unfair for you to degrade women. And they're allowing it, sure, but it's like that will stick with them for the rest of their lives.
Brian, how do you feel about this topic? Like, you're really interested into it, like the obesity. Do you guys not know about like fetishes and stuff like that?
I'm familiar with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more so just the.
There's a lot out there.
He wasn't open with it with you,
No.
which makes it kind of like that's the crazy part.
I thought
No.
you were like,
I mean, I do think it's kind of still like it's a little weird.
Oh, weird. Okay.
It's
I
a
thought
little
you were like
strange.
interested.
Even if you're open with it, it's a little
Okay.
because it's like okay, I don't know. It's kind of because being obese is unhealthy.
Yeah.
So if you're like feeding like
I think it's
even
about
if you're
control.
open with it, even if it's like consensual,
too.
it still feels a little like
Abusive.
you're like
Yeah.
pushing this person towards poor health. It
100.
feels a little.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't know.
right. You're right.
And I think
Thank
the
you.
worst
Thank
part, sorry to interrupt you.
Go ahead, no,
I
go
think
ahead.
the worst part about it is he's the most like bodybuilder type of guy, very lean, works out religiously.
He's living vicariously through them then. He
yeah.
doesn't get to eat all
Whoa,
these snacks and
that's
treats.
crazy,
So
the
he's
psychological
he's
levels.
eating these other women things that he can't have.
Damn.
And he would eat, he didn't have a diet or a strict, regimen or anything like that. But if you looked at him, you would have never thought ever in a million years that he would even be into people like that. And there's nothing wrong with being into people like that, but you can't just like stay true to yourself. And if that's what you're into, that's fine.
Wait, so would he ever make comments? I mean, I think you mentioned this a little bit. Would he ever make comments to you? Like, I don't know if this is like TMI, but like, would he like grab your belly? Like,
Yeah. So what I thought was his love language being like physical touch, it was actually him, like, every woman has parts on your body that you don't want to touch, that you're like insecure about, or you're like, I could go without you seeing this or feeling this. And he would go out of his way to grab that and acknowledge it and be very aggressive. But he turned it to be playful and kind of gaslit me to make me feel like I'm the problem and that should be normal. But it didn't start off that way. That was the last 2 years of the almost 5 years.
that's crazy. That's crazy. Is there like a reverse feeder thing?
Just someone who wants someone really skinny, yeah. Right?
Is that just
I
the
could say
norm?
that. Most people. Right?
Yeah.
Or like a really like
Like, I'm
tall,
just-
skinny like man. I feel like a lot of girls are into that.
Like, what if, like, would the opposite just be like, here's a salad and a singular crouton?
No.
Starver.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, a starver.
That could be good, you know? Okay.